So today, we're going to take a look at something you've probably seen a million times, a simple, healthy cookie recipe video. This one has gotten a ton of attention, but as we're about to find out, the recipe itself? Well, that's only half the story. Let's break down what's really going on here. Because when you really start to pay attention, you realize you're not just watching someone make cookies. You're actually watching a masterclass in how to build a following in today's world. So on the one hand, yeah, it's a recipe. But on the other, it's a carefully designed blueprint for grabbing your attention and building a massive online community. All right, so let's start at the beginning. We'll start with the promise, the whole reason you click on the video in the first place. This idea of a super simple, healthy snack. And here it is, the hook. Right up front, it says no sugar and no white flour. Now, this is just brilliant. It immediately zeroes in on a huge audience, anyone who's into healthy eating, maybe they're gluten-free, or just trying to cut back on junk. It's an incredibly powerful way to get people in the door. And the recipe itself, it totally backs up this promise. I mean, look at these ingredients. You've got rolled oats, carrots, walnuts, some spices. It's all good, wholesome stuff that you recognize. This makes the creator seem credible, and, it delivers on that initial promise. The viewer is getting what they came for, or so they think. Okay, so let's see how this thing is actually built. We're going to walk through the recipe steps, but here's what I want you to do. Pay really close attention not just to what the creator is doing with their hands, but to what they're saying while they do it. So the whole thing starts off easy enough. You combine your dry stuff, the oats, spices, and salt. Then you toast up some walnuts, which is a nice touch, and toss them in. So far, this feels like pretty much any other cooking tutorial you'd find online, right? Simple, easy to follow. And then we get this. Right in the middle of mixing, there's the first call to action. It sounds like a personal plea for support, which is smart, but what it's really doing is telling you exactly how to engage with the video to make the algorithm happy. And then, boom, we're right back to the recipe. Chop up a carrot, add some orange zest, a bit of maple syrup, and an egg to hold it all together. You see the rhythm here? We get some content, then a request, and then right back to the content. It's a pattern. And right on cue, here comes the next little interruption. This isn't just a helpful tip, it's a straight-up advertisement for the creator's other videos. The goal here is pretty clear. Turn a single view into a long-term subscriber to get you to stick around in their world. Next up, we get that crucial piece of information, the oven temperature. 350 degrees Fahrenheit or 180 Celsius. This is the hard data you actually need to, make the cookies. And finally, the baking time. 15 to 20 minutes and you're golden. The product, the actual cookies, is now officially finished. The recipe part of the video has delivered what it promised. But the creator's job? Oh, it's not done yet. All right, so the cookies are in the oven, and this is where we can really pivot. Because while that snack was being made, something else was being built right alongside it. So let's really deconstruct the creator's playbook for growing an audience. So this is the big question, right? What else is actually being made here? And the answer isn't just a tray of cookies. The real product being churned out is audience engagement. Let's look at exactly how they do it. When you actually pull out all of the creator's little requests and line them up, you see it's not random at all. It is a clear, repeatable system. It's a playbook designed to farm engagement from you at every single step of the video. Let's just break down a few of these. This one usually comes right at the beginning, and it's such a great tactic because it's an incredibly easy question for you to answer. I mean, it takes 2 seconds to type your country, right? And every single one of those comments tells the platform's algorithm, hey, people are interacting with this, which then gets it pushed out to even more people. This one's really fascinating. On the surface, it just looks like they're celebrating and thanking their audience. But strategically, it's what we call social proof. It tells brand new viewers and maybe even potential sponsors that this channel is a success, that it's growing, and that it's worth their time and their money. And I love this one. Why not 1 to 10? Asking for a rating from 1 to 11 is just a little bit quirky, it's memorable, it kind of turns giving feedback into a game, and it gets a response out of people who would probably just ignore a simple request to leave a comment. It is all about maximizing that interaction. So let's bring it all home. Let's tie these 2 threads together, the actual content and the business side of things, to show you the complete formula that's at work here. And this slide just lays it all out so perfectly. What you see is a simple process: mixing, chopping, forming the cookies. But what you hear is a really sophisticated business plan playing out in real time. Every single step in the recipe is strategically paired with a specific action designed to make the channel bigger. And that really leads us to the biggest takeaway here. The cookies are kind of like a Trojan horse. They provide that initial value to get you to click, but it's all that carefully engineered engagement, the comments, the likes, the shares, that provides the actual revenue and really drives the channel's growth. So it kind of leaves us with one last big question to think about. In this new creator economy, when you're watching a video like this, are the cookies really the product being made? Or is the product your attention, your data, and your engagement, all bundled up and served to the algorithm? It's something to think about the next time you click on a recipe.